it was definitely a learning curve. Like I was nervous, or like I didn't really know.
Get set, get going. Coming in hot like a stolen. No sweat, we told them. We gonna shine like we're golden. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get yourself up out the door. Get set, get going.
So if you followed me for any amount of time, you know that I like to wing it. And that is exactly what I did to start my company, the way that I'm running my YouTube channel, the way I'm trying to learn and push myself, is I have accepted the state of winging it. So while I think everyone must wing it themselves to learn, you know, the most amount of data, there is some preparation and some research, some discovery that can be done before you yourself start winging it. And I'm gonna categorize this video in that discovery phase. So I'm gonna take you along to this branded photo shoot for my hat company. And I'm gonna show you the things we prepared ahead of time and the things that kind of just happen on the spot. And then the formula in which to make those both work together. And by formula, I mean something that I just kind of figured out and will tell you about. Let's start off by setting the scene with the shoot. Load her up. We're going for a little photo shoot this morning. Okay, so now you get a vibe of the day a little bit, but before we go any further, I want to talk about what my approach is heading into a shoot like this. What are the things I'm thinking about? What are the lists that I've made? What's the vibe? What is the goal? And how do I kind of measure whether or not the shoot is successful? For me, the biggest thing first is vision. I'm picturing, you know, as I consume and as I go about the world, I'm like seeing ads and I'm seeing content that inspire me and that are like, oh, I would buy that. And so I'm taking those mental notes, I'm writing them down, I'm screenshotting things that I feel inspired by and I feel are exciting to see as a consumer. I make those notes. And then now as I go into my own vision, I think if I wasn't doing this with Alex, who I know and we've done and created content before, so I know the vibe and I don't feel like the risk is so high, I didn't have to make storyboards and really like spend all the time on like making sure I get the shot, because I have so much confidence in our like vision that it gives me some grace and gives me some leeway to not come with this like perfect shot list and go in with like, this is what I want out of it. So even if you don't have a shot list, say, I want 10 Instagram photos. I want 5 vertical Instagram stories. I want to be able to get a vlog out of this. Really try and give yourself goals so that at the end of the shoot, you can be like, yep. Oh shoot, I missed that, but that's okay. Or I missed this and I should go back and get it. You want to have that list, that goal set. Next would be a camera. And a camera absolutely can be your phone. Like it should be your phone, especially if you're starting out. And then the next two kind of go together. It's basically the subject and the photographer. So, you know, in some cases, it could be either one of those could be you. And in this shoot that we're about to go on, it's my business and it's my company, but I'm actually the subject and Alex is the photographer. So you just got to set the roles. Who's doing what? Do we switch off? You know, in some cases we did get shots of Alex and I became the photographer. So you just want to have at least 2 people to figure this out. I would come up with the location before the day of the shoot so that you are not, again, pressured to strategize. You want to like start the shoot with almost everything already figured out, and then allow for that like little bit of a gap, a little bit of a buffer that I'll talk about in a second for the magic to happen on the day of. All right, let's head back into the shoot to see how we kick this thing off.
Can you hold that LaCroix like differently or?
These LA girls, man.
Gold on my hand. Does that work?
This is pretty.
The street is great. You just made it work.
Oh shit! Now it's important to note, like I kind of mentioned, Alex and I have worked together a lot before. So there's a lot of things that we don't have to say. You know, it's essentially like we see this nice long path with trees vertical. We can see all that negative space. I know that if I just walk out into it, I know how she's gonna place the shot. Body at the lower third, lots of trees above me. I know she's gonna give me lots of depth. It's like all this vertical and negative space that I love because we've created together. So in many cases, maybe for you, if you don't know the photographer yet, or if you are the photographer, you don't know the subject, really try and direct them in this moment and say, all right, I like that. Take a few steps back. All right, look down, put your hands in your pocket. You know, there might be some more dialogue there. This is what I was talking about when we didn't have like an exact shot list, because I felt comfortable in these situations that she could snap, snap, snap. We'd come back and look at it and be like, yes, let's change this one thing, or let's continue on, whatever it is. And that is much more efficient than me spending 30 minutes creating a perfect shot list that we're probably gonna get anyways.
She likes it.
That's good.
Just want to change anything about you, or you feel
My
good?
shirt feels very scrunchy.
Oh yeah, we can do it again.
That is like a learned skill that you'll get to eventually. Don't worry about that now. Right now, just give yourself a shot list and try and hit that. It's a great place to start. Screenshot things that you like and pictures that you like, put them into a doc, print it out, and then as you go around the shoot, just look at the piece of paper, grab a pen or a pencil and say, I want this, then replicate it, cross it off. Then look at the next photo. Okay, this one's a horizontal and it's kind of wide. Okay, find the right landscape, replicate it, cross it off. Give yourself 10 goals. I'm gonna go out on a photo walk with my friend and I'm gonna ask them to do these 10 shots. I'm gonna get them and I'm gonna bring them back. And I just got 10 photos for 10 days on Instagram. It can be that easy.
Cool 30. Thanks. Thank you so much for doing that.
You know, there's shoots where I just want a backlog of content for my Instagram page, but then there's also ones that are a little bit more specific for a product launch, which is the one that you're seeing here today. We were launching the mustard waffle and the black beanie, and so I really wanted content around that like fall feeling and like warm and cozy, like mountain vibes, like kind of faded, grainy, nice and moody, but just like still optimistic and like, I need that hat. Like I just wanted everyone to feel like I needed that hat. Whether you're working with someone you know really well or it's a brand new situation, whether with the person or with your shot list, either way, I would say leave room and space and energy for like a 25% buffer of like things that weren't planned or couldn't have been planned or fun circumstances or like the same day magic type stuff that you can't plan. Like for example, this situation, this little scene here, with the leaves, like we didn't know we were gonna go on this walk and like eventually find these cute little yellow leaves on this black road that if we threw it up would have nice, we didn't know that. Yes, we probably could have like put a leaf shot on our shot list. This is what I'm talking about, right? Like I know I want a lot of vertical shots and I know that I want product shots and I want a cool background. I got the overalls, the hats, like all the things. I know that it's really gonna take care of itself again because I have this rapport with Alex, but this is something you couldn't have planned. And so now you just have to like kind of embrace it or like even like keep your like antennas on to say like, oh, that's cool. Or like, what if we took those leaves and then put the head on top of it and then cut the cut the background in half. So it's like half cement, half rock. Like just be open to that. That's what being a creator is. That's what being a filmmaker is seeing the things right in front of you and kind of acting on the spot. That's the fun part about doing it with your friends. That's the fun part about I don't have a lot of pressure, that it's not client work. I can kind of just wing it. I'm always open to crossing things off the shot list to add this new thing I never would have thought of. And that's okay. That's like part of the fun. And as you go, you'll learn and get better. And you'll start to realize like, no, actually I really need these shots. And I don't want to sacrifice for this one-time thing. Like these are more important. And like, you'll figure that out. You just gotta try, you gotta get out there, you gotta start winging it.
Okay. Like that. Thank you so much. I could like stop right now.
Giving the people the running action what they want.
I'm really lucky that Adrian makes hats that work perfectly with my branding.
Yeah. They just mesh right in.
I want to talk about bravery, which kind of feels silly to say in the context of like business, but there's gonna be a time, you know, you've done all this prep, you're like, I got my camera, I got my vision, and I'm ready. There's still gonna be a time where you're gonna get this feeling in your stomach and it's gonna be like, okay, I gotta act. It's time to like go. Like I am on stage, we gotta make this happen. you're gonna all of a sudden have to start directing a little bit, especially if you don't know your subject that well. And so you're gonna have to say, all right, create the vibe for them, create the energy. Like, again, I'm definitely like not a professional photographer, and I used to do weddings, so like I remember this a little bit, but it's about creating a vibe for someone. Just like if they were like coming over to your house, like you wanna like welcome them and make them feel comfortable, because they don't know what they look like through the lens. You get to see the stuff, all the cool shots you're getting, but you gotta like pump them up and say, I like that, do that again, walk backwards, look back at me, hands in your pocket. Like give them some easy things, some easy wins, get some traction, and then the rest will go.
Little wild berries.
I want you to just like do the like back and forth walk. I need you to generally stay in the same spot, but I want some action. This way. Just aim your body. Go back to where you were. Aim your body this way, and like just do like this, like kind of rock and just do different poses.
So there's gonna be that moment at the beginning of the shoot where it's like, all right, we gotta go, and like you're gonna maybe see the model or the friend or whoever feel a little bit nervous. Help them get there, help them get rolling, get excited, get motivated. Positive vibes only, get them going. Now, if you're the model, this one might even be a little bit harder because you're not behind a lens, you are out in front, and especially if there are other people there, like in this case, rather than just the photographer, it might feel a little bit like everyone's looking at me. And if you're not used to that, it's gonna feel like that. And even thinking about when I first launched Still Company a year and a half ago, Alex was the photographer at like my very first shoot.
Yes. And do that. Just, you can regular speed, just step up there. And one more time. And go. And look to the left. And then look straight. A little slower, just like slightly slower. And go. Go again.
My very first shoot for like the business, but also kind of like the main shoot where I was like the talent, and it was definitely a learning curve. Like I was nervous, or like I didn't really know, Alex and I had only hung out one time, and so I was kind of like, are you getting this? Like I didn't know if she was gonna get all the in-between moments, if I had to like really pose, or if I could just kind of like be, and she would capture it. And so there's some learning moments there. So now, what you see here in this shoot maybe looks like it's like natural, or maybe looks like it's easy, but that's only because I've done it now for a year and a half. Or like every time I go on a shoot, like with my friend Jake too, like you get comfortable being in front of a camera, especially with someone else who is often in front of a camera, and so you can like know that they get you and they know what it feels like to be over there on the other side. So anyways, just get ready for some positive vibes, like pump up the energy, like let's go, this is exciting stuff, and the shoot will go much better.
And pop up, like you're done.
With my camera?
Video here.
That was the shoot. That was like the pretty unplanned, but we have experience together, so it allowed us to do that type of shoot on just like an off fun Sunday. That's what we got. But again, it's because I've had now years of experience of doing something like that. Or what do I want? I know where it needs to go, and I know when I'm trying to post for Silco, I'm looking for these things and the ads that I like when I'm a consumer in the world, all of that is like part of the vision that I have when I enter that type of space. And if you're interested in, again, whether you want to take photos for your personal Instagram, or you want to take pictures for your family, or you just started a business and you have product that you like don't know how to get out to people, spending a little bit of time on a photo shoot just like this, just with a friend, or even like no subject, just start like on a walk by yourself and take the product and put it places and take pictures of it and see how it does. Like you're always going to need product photos, and seeing them out in the wild is often like really interesting for a customer or a potential customer that you're trying to get. So the best news about this video is that these two hats, they sold out pretty quickly when we launched them a month ago. But as of yesterday, they are back on the shop. The mustard waffle, the black beanie, and I would love if you went to go check out our shop. Either buy those or just like think about Christmas holiday gifts, stocking stuffers that are coming up. We offer gift cards. Like if you don't love hats, like totally fine. But the even more exciting part is that if you don't like hats, these are coming before the holiday season. Oh my gosh. So make sure to subscribe here or go find us on Instagram at We Are Still Co. Find us because we're gonna offer clothing really soon, and that's the only beginning of that apparel line. And we have many more hats that are coming before the holiday season. And I'm really glad I took you along for this little photo shoot. Like, I do want to show you how we do stuff. So write down your notes, think about how you can do this yourself, and then go out and try it. Because remember, discovery and research is important. And then at some point, that window closes and it's time to freaking do it. Get out there. You got this. You can do it. I promise. Remember that I don't know perfectly what I'm doing by any means. I just figure things out because I try those things out. So this is only the beginning. Thank you for being here. Subscribe if you like to subscribe to cool stuff and people who sell hats and make videos and whatever. Or no, you don't have to subscribe. It's your choice, but I'd love if you did.